The word brave is thrown around like confetti. You're brave because you managed to cheat on a test without getting caught. You're brave because you talk back to your parents. You're brave because you break the rules. But none of these are examples of bravery. In fact, no one really knows what we mean when we describe someone as being brave. According to Psychology Today, bravery is the ability to face danger and pain while under pressure. It's a characteristic that allows people to seem fearless when they encounter danger. There's a famous proverb, fear and courage are brothers. Fear. This is the essential word. When you're fearless, you tend to lack or numb it. Fear does not exist. Bravery goes much, much deeper than that. It describes a person as being able to act in the heat of the moment despite those stomach-twisting feelings of fear inside of them. Or in much simpler words, if you're brave, you act in the face of fear. In fact, for us to have experienced bravery, we have to have first experienced fear. And no, I'm not going to stand here today to tell you about a time in which I was brave. But I am going to tell you about a story that deserves much more recognition than it got. A story that so many people are too unaware of, and a story that changed my perception of bravery. On September 21st, 2013, just 3 months before I moved to Kenya, 10 gunmen entered the Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi, a place in which children and teenagers like us would go watch movies or grab dinner and lunch with their friends. Among the people inside was a girl just my age, that I'll call Kay. She was there with her then 8-year-old brother and mother when the gunmen entered the building, shooting at the windows, doors, ceilings, shops, women, men, boys, and girls uncontrollably. Now the question is, what do you do in this situation? The most obvious answer would be run, hide, and look for safety. But that's exactly what Kay did not do. Instead, she stayed. She stayed to shield her brother from the bullets, covering his body with hers. She stayed, hoping to save her mother, hoping that she too would save herself. But Kay never left Westgate Mall on September 21st. In fact, her brother was sitting across from me. He was in my class just 5 months after the shooting. Just 5 months after he had last seen his mother and sister. And every time I would glance at him, I would think, what is it that made your sister do this? While writing this speech, I asked myself once again, what is it that made Kay do this? There are 3 parts of our brain that interact with each other to make us brave. The SGACC is basically the control center of our emotions. This is the part of the brain that activates when we willfully decide to overcome our fears and be brave. It's located very close to the amygdala, which is actually responsible for our protective and often fearful reactions to danger. Scientists proved that courage exists by managing, not removing fear, and showed that the SGACC is actually able to cancel out some fear activated by the amygdala, allowing us to act when in doubt of our abilities. To summarize, the SGACC is basically the heart of our emotions. This is where they originate. This is the thinking part of our brain that activates once we're about to commit an act of bravery. But what amazes me about the human brain is its ability to develop according to emotions. All humans develop a psychological muscle when they experience fear, which then helps them have the strength and resilience to rise and overcome adversity, leading to them facing problems head-on at times that usually fill them with danger and fear. At this point, I'll go as far as to say that bravery is a feeling necessary to the survival of humans. It provides us with a sense of inner acceptance, accomplishment, and nurtures our self-esteem. But along with our brain, there are 3 other parts of our body that interact with each other to make us brave. First of all, our head, which reasons about the desired goal, our heart, which poses about the emotions felt in that precise moment, and our feet, which allow us to stay and act in spite of the uncertain probability of success. Now, when I think back at what happened on September 21st, I still think about what made Kay or anybody in a similar position act in such a way. I believe there was a greater fear, the fear of losing her family, that of losing her loved ones. So next time you encounter fear, remember to find the reason, the feeling, and then act. Remember that we are all biologically built to be brave, meaning that we can be even if we think we aren't. Thank you.